A convoy of unregistered vehicles headed to Mexico was stopped and impounded in Goliad. Today is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Tuesday. Thanks for spending part of your day with the Texas Minute. Acting Comptroller Kelly Hancock wants to know if schools linked to a group designated as a foreign terrorist organization should be allowed to access Texas's new school choice program. More on that story coming up. A 21-vehicle convoy on U.S. Highway 59 headed towards the Mexican border was stopped by the Goliad County Sheriff's Office. Nearly every vehicle was impounded for lacking lawful registration. The Sheriff's Office linked these in-tow vehicles to cartel money laundering, noting that most of the cars were wrecked or salvaged title units that can't be legally imported into Mexico. Allegedly, Mexican officials will accept bribes to clear suspect loads through ports of entry, allowing cartel networks to launder profits by cycling junk vehicles through illegal import and resale schemes. Texas law requires vehicles operating on state highways to carry a valid registration or a lawful temporary permit. Goliad County Sheriff Roy Boyd is known for his role in Operation Lone Star and his public warnings about cartel operations. He has repeatedly argued that lax enforcement against these convoys effectively subsidizes transnational cartels. A federal appeals court has handed Texas a win in the legal fight over the state's new foreign land ownership restrictions. The ruling means that Texas' foreign land ban remains intact. The new law restricts individuals from certain designated countries from acquiring real estate interests in Texas. Those designated countries are tied to recent U.S. intelligence threat assessments and currently includes China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, with the authority given to the governor to add more as necessary. The case was brought by Peng Wang, a Chinese citizen living in Texas and attending seminary. He and other Chinese nationals argued that the new state law is unconstitutional, claiming it violates the U.S. Constitution's Equal Protection Clause and Supremacy Clause, as well as the Fair Housing Act. The court, though, dismissed the case, finding that Wang had not demonstrated any evidence that the law would actually be enforced against him, given his specific circumstances. A Travis County judge ruled the Republican Party of Texas properly rejected a candidate's application to run for a seat on the Supreme Court. The party had rejected the application after determining that the candidate failed to submit the required number of valid petition signatures. Yesterday's ruling keeps David Rogers off the Republican primary ballot and stops his challenge to incumbent Brett Busby. At the center of the dispute was the party's authority to determine which candidates qualify for the primary ballot. The ruling comes as the Republican Party of Texas continues to press its broader legal argument in favor of closed primaries, asserting that political parties have a constitutional right to control their nomination process and determine who may appear on their ballot without interference from non-members or the courts. The Texas Minute will be right back.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
Texas Acting Comptroller Kelly Hancock has requested an expedited legal opinion from Attorney General Ken Paxton on whether certain private schools can be barred from participating in the state's new school choice program. In his letter, Hancock wrote that his office identified, quote, significant legal and taxpayer protection concerns involving some schools that would otherwise qualify for participation in the program. The Comptroller found that some prospective program applicants operate at addresses that have hosted publicly advertised events organized by the Council on American Islamic Relations. Recently, Governor Greg Abbott designated CAIR as both a foreign terrorist organization and a transnational criminal organization under Texas law. Mr. Hancock also cited concerns that another school may be owned or controlled by a holding group linked to individuals associated with the Chinese Communist government. You can find details on that story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. Today's edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons and Sidney Henry. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great day.